Hi, Madeline from Sonar here, and welcome back to From My Desk to Yours. In our last video, we looked at first-time fix rates, what that means, why it matters, and how to set up custom fields and ticket workflows in Sonar to capture the data you need to understand why installs fail. If you haven't watched that video yet, I recommend starting there, as today's topic builds directly on those same concepts. Once you've got that foundation in place, you'll be ready for this video, where we shift gears from field ops to one of sales key performance indicators, install success rates. Knowing your install success rate helps you answer a critical question. Are the accounts your sales team is closing actually turning into live active customers? And the calculation is simple. Take the number of accounts that successfully activated and divide it by the number of accounts that had install jobs scheduled. Multiply that number by 100 and that's your install success rate. So if 80 out of 100 scheduled installs ended in activation, your success rate is 80%. Now, be sure you're only counting one install per account. Don't include revisits. We'll walk through how to filter that out later on. This might all sound very familiar to FTFR, but it serves a very different purpose. FTFR gives dispatch visibility into operational gaps. Install success rate gives sales leaders insight into performance, risk tolerance, and potential opportunities being left on the table. For example, a high completion rate, say 95%, might seem like a win, but it could also indicate that your reps are pre-qualifying too tightly. They're saying no before a tech even gets on site. And while that keeps their numbers clean, it also means they're not exploring those gray area leads, the ones who might be serviceable if an advanced tech got eyes on site, or, even if not, could provide the data need to plan for a long-term expansion. In that context, a lower success rate, closer to 75 or 80%, can actually reflect a healthier, more exploratory sales funnel. You're taking more swings, learning from the misses, and building a data-backed picture of where your process or infrastructure needs work. So now that we know why this metric matters and how to interpret the data you get from it, let's walk through how to track it in Sonar. Step 1 will be creating a custom field for sales rep tracking, because you'll need a way to tie each account back to the rep who booked it. Let's navigate to Settings, Miscellaneous, and Custom Fields. Click Create Custom Field and label the field Sales Rep. Set the record type to Account and the type to Text, and we will toggle restrict values on so you can enter your list of rep names. This prevents inconsistencies like Mike versus Michael from affecting your reporting. Finally, we will check required, so this field must be filled in when a new account is created. This step mirrors exactly what we did for FTFR custom fields on jobs, but here making it required works to our advantage because it ensures every new account is linked to a rep, keeping your sales data clean and actionable. Step 2 is going to be setting up account statuses for failed installs. If your reps are using Sonar for lead management, you likely already have an inactive lead status and one or more active statuses. When an account is first moved from any inactive to any active status, Sonar automatically sets the account's activation date. That means we don't need to manually track activation dates, but we do need to handle failed installs thoughtfully. When an install fails and won't be rescheduled, the account should be moved from a lead status to a different inactive status so the outcome is clear and doesn't skew your data. Here's how. Go to Settings, Accounts, and Account Statuses. We'll create several account statuses like unsuccessful install - out of coverage, site access issue, customer problem, or any custom status you like. Mark each of these as inactive and assign a distinct color. Having the reason in the status name itself will make filtering easier when you're pulling reports. Step 3 will be pulling your reports. You'll need two data sets for this metrics, your install jobs, and your account activations. First, let's go to the jobs report. Navigate to reports and into the job report. Filter by your install job type and include fields account ID, job status, and your revisit required field. As I mentioned earlier, to avoid double counting, exclude any install jobs where revisit required is set to yes, as that tells you it was a follow-up, not the original job. If you don't have this field set up already, go back and watch the first time fixed rate video to understand how it works and where to set it up. Next, let's navigate to the account report. Go to Reports, Account Report. Filter for accounts with a status of active and include your account ID, status, activation date, and your sales rep field in your output. Now on to our fourth and final step, calculating your install success rate. In Excel, Google Sheets, or any BI tool, join the reports using the account ID. Now, count how many accounts had a scheduled install and how many of those accounts activated. Then divide the activations by total installs and multiply by 100. From there, because of the setup work we did earlier, you can segment by sales rep or failure reason to uncover even more actionable trends. If you want to automate this, set up recurring exports from Sonar for your job and account reports to your inbox. Or take it one step further and activate Data Connect to stream your data directly into any analytics platform you use. Data Connect keeps your custom dashboards in sync automatically so you never have to download or upload files manually. But no matter where you analyze the data, the big takeaway is that the install outcomes you're already tracking for operations can double as a window into your sales strategy. Just a couple of thoughtful fields and a quick calculation, and suddenly you're linking bookings to real results. It's a small tweak, but it gives you a new way to coach, refine your approach, and make sure you're not leaving good customers or growth opportunities on the table. Thanks for joining me on this episode of From My Desk to Yours. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter on LinkedIn to receive all my updates.